Earlier, we were talking to Sarah O'Herlihy. She's the mum of two sons who are now transgender sisters. They are Jamie and Chloe. We wanted to reach out to any parents whose children may have questioned the gender of their children and offer some advice on how to handle issues like that.
Yes, we've got transgender expert with us now, Christella Antoni. Good to have you, Christella. And it was so good of Jamie and Chloe and their mum, Sarah, to talk about this today, because I think the more we talk about it, the taboos get less, don't they? The stigma.
The more it's normalised,
the more it's normalised. And we've had a lot of calls. I want to start with Karen.
Karen wants her voice changed on this because, Karen, you're, you know, it's causing you hassle, and your own particular daughter is uncomfortable. Actually, more than that, she hates being a girl, yeah?
Yes, she does, yes.
Well, tell us the story.
It started when she was around 2, and she wanted to be like her brother. And it's just gradually, as the years have gone on, she's just more and more adamant that she doesn't want to be a girl. She started her periods last year, and that was almost like the final nail in the coffin. So every month she breaks down because it's a reminder. Her breasts are now developing. She wants them taken down. She's even talked about surgery of having them removed. And as a family, it's hard because you want to support her, but you want her to be accepted normally in society. And she does look different, in her demeanour and everything. And she starts secondary school soon. And I'm just sort of worried that, you know, should we do something? Should we not do something? We just, I mean, it's just a bit of a turmoil.
I think that transition to secondary school is always a big moment, isn't it?
Always difficult. Karen, has she been referred to any services at all? Have you got any guidance with this, with some professionals?
We took some guidance around a year ago, and they wanted to sort of send her off to see somebody, but we was at the point of, do we want to pursue it in case she changes her mind? You know, if we start going down the transgender route, and, you know, do we get carried along with it and she thinks that's normal, or do we wait and see how she develops? You know, so whether she changes her mind.
That is a concern, I think, isn't it, Christella? That is a concern when children are so young. People say, is this just a phase? Might they... It's a bit of a rebellion. At what point do I say, yes, actually, you know, we need to take them to see somebody and get some...
But that's really the point of getting the guidance, really, because many children will grow out of this, but, you know, getting guidance, getting professional help, you know, one of the children and adolescent services will just refer you to a specialist centre where people will guide as to whether... Because it's about what's right for that child. Now, some people do grow out of it, some people go on to have full transitions, some people then get referred to adult services, but you really need to... It's a very individual case.
At what age would these services be talking to children? You know, how young?
Quite young. There's a service from very young right up to 18 for children that exists. A gender identity development service, and I think it's important that people get referred there because it's also to support the families, to help them just come to terms with it, to see what's right for that child, whether they do need endocrinological support.
And would Karen need to go to the GP and get that referral? Would she need to take her daughter to the GP?
Yeah, don't be afraid, I think, of going to the GP, getting referred to the right service, who then makes the referral onto the gender identity clinic specialist, because it's there to help. It's not necessarily to take somebody along a road of being transgender and going through the whole thing. It's not right for everybody.
If it did, Karen, if it did go down that road and your daughter did want to transition, how would you feel about that?
At this present time, probably, I think it would affect me. I mean, she's one of 5 children, so, you know, I'm not holding on to, you know, I mean, I have 3 other girls. But I don't know how I'd cope with it because, you know, I took so long in choosing her name and, you know, she was my little girl and, I don't know how I'm going to cope.
Well,
I think it's going to be difficult.
Well, we wish you well on that journey. First steps taken, talking to us about it today. Thank you very much indeed.